Hey, X-World. Hospice? Hospice? You talking about hospice? No, I'm not in any hospice. I don't know who put that out there.
All right, we're following some important breaking news right now. OJ Simpson has died at the age of 76.
Hey everyone, I'm David Castro with Dead in Hollywood, and this is Adam Papagan with Cool LA Tours and the OJ Simpson Tour. So, how I met Adam. About 2 years ago, I was doing an OJ Simpson documentary.
Park in the alley.
Yeah, in the hypothetical, in the alley.
You put on a wool cap and gloves.
In the hypothetical, I put on a cap and gloves.
And I booked a tour with Adam, who is famously known for his OJ Simpson tours. And that's how we met and started working together.
But David, you should also mention, not only am I known for my tours, I'm also known for my OJ Simpson collection.
And that's why we're here today.
In 2017, I put on a pop-up OJ museum in downtown LA.
The O.J. Simpson Museum is hard to miss from the outside with this parked right outside. It's not the actual white Bronco O.J. was in during this 1994 chase, just the same year and model.
It's just so iconic.
Adam Papagan is the man behind the pop-up museum. He grew up in Brentwood, the center of the Simpson murder case.
I've always felt a fascination with it.
2 years ago, he turned his fascination into a business, the OJ Tour, taking tourists to the crime scene and other spots. He started collecting Simpson stuff.
It was really a publicity stunt, but it was timed so well. We already had it planned before OJ's parole hearing, but then that hit and the story just blew up again. We had media from all over the world. I really felt like I was part of the spectacle.
Right.
I was able to sort of engineer more chaos. There was a joke about it on Jimmy Fallon. It was a lot of fun. But the museum was only up for 4 or 5 days. We packed it all up and I just put it in storage bins because what am I going to do with a museum's worth of OJ Simpson memorabilia? Well, OJ is dead now, and I thought this would be a good enough time as any to revisit the OJ Museum and the OJ artifacts. So you want to get started?
Yeah, so we're going to do a little unboxing video today. When was the last time you looked through this stuff?
Probably when I boxed it up in 2017.
Wow,
maybe,
okay.
Maybe when I moved in 2019. But I don't, there's never any new information with this story. Right. So I don't need to be surrounded by these haunted objects. So this is all sorts of OJ Simpson stuff related to the trial, his football career, whatever. First up, this is a t-shirt from Mezzaluna Restaurant. So I actually got this in 2020. Mezzaluna had several locations, the famous Brentwood one, but also a location in Aspen, one in New York City. The New York City one is still open, so I went in there when I was in New York, and I ordered the rigatoni, which was Nicole's last meal. It was very good. I got, this is the bag, like the to-go bag. Same logo as the Brentwood one had and everything. Very much the same vibe as the Brentwood one too.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so this is another newer artifact. This is a sweatshirt, Holiday Juice. So OJ was actually promoting these on his Twitter. And there he is, drinking orange juice in his Bills jersey. He was promoting these on his Twitter. The payment link went up. I bought one. The site went down, it got canceled, I got sent a refund, but then I got sent the sweatshirt several months later anyway. So, yeah, this is a bizarre one because it was pushed by OJ in the 21st century.
Holiday juice. What does that even mean?
Yeah, we're going to redo this later. Okay, what is this?
Ooh, vinyl.
OJ Meets the King. An OJ Country. So this is, there's a lot of OJ novelty music that was produced during the trial.
I did not know.
I wish I had been on collecting it earlier when it was cheaper. But they're novelty songs, a lot of hip hop songs, kind of praising OJ too.
When did you start collecting?
Right before I did the museum. Right. I had some stuff, but I knew that all of this existed and it was relatively cheaper in 2017. So I just stocked up in the weeks before the museum. They make these articles about me, make it out like this is like my obsession, and it's like, nah, I just bought I just found it pretty easily.
It's obsession.
It's not. I have a professional interest in this story. Yeah, these are just random paper ephemera that I stuffed in here. This is a photo of my grandparents and my stepmother at the Mezzaluna Restaurant during the trial. Oh, this is one of my favorite items. These are OJ lottery tickets that were sold, unscratched.
OJ lottery tickets.
But yeah,
wow.
illegal lottery
Here
tickets.
comes the judge.
This is a photo a woman gave me she was a protester at the civil trial. There's a photo of her with these shirts that she made. And she sold me her dead stock shirts. I sold them on the OJ tour. If you got one, it's a genuine article. One of my favorite. I love it when two fads collide into one. These are OJ Pogs.
Oh my God, I had Madonna Pogs.
Nice. Yeah, Pogs were everywhere for a little bit in the 90s, 1995, 1996, around the time of the trial. So there's 8 Pogs here. One that says guilty, 2 that say guilty. One in red, one in blue, the Bills colors. One of him on the Bills.
Behind bars.
The mugshot. The 2 victims. The mugshot behind bars. And then a white hand stopping a black hand from stabbing them. Yeah, it's really bad.
Oh my God.
This is the sides for. There's a movie that features the OJ tour, an independent film starring all nepo babies.
Are you in it?
In a relationship? Yeah, I play the OJ tour guide in it. So this is my sides, my lines here. This is what is this?
Oh wow!
This is
it's like a pop-up book.
Wow, this is like a pop-up of the Bronco chase. Oh yeah, and it's got the pull tab here. You can.
I think you can get it.
Yeah, so there you go. So then the.
Should I pull more?
It's kind of fragile, but you get the idea. The Bronco will move down the 405 freeway, and this is actually. I noticed the street signs are accurate. Wow. They're geographically accurate.
Wow! Look at that. That is so cool.
I don't even remember
there
where
goes.
I got this. Oh yeah! All right. Go Juice Go, or whatever they said. OJ phone card to call long distance, and it's got OJ on a carton of orange juice, and it says juice absolutely 100% not guilty, which is a quote from OJ. It's the only lines he ever uttered on record during the trial.
Wow.
This is the floor plan to the Palace Station Hotel. No longer, the building's no longer there, but this is where OJ did his armed robbery.
I'm jealous. How cool.
More OJ Pogs, Trial of Blood. Him signing autographs, him and Nicole, just Nicole, him and Paula Barbieri, Gil Garcetti, the district attorney.
What kids were exchanging OJ Simpson Pogs?
Me. I actually didn't have the Pogs back in the 90s. This is one of my favorite items here. This is the program for the auction of his property after the civil trial.
When they sold his house.
When they sold the house and they took some of his stuff to settle his debts to the Goldmans. Pretty interesting stuff. Not as much as you would think. Some Tiffany lamps, some random stuff. But the piece de resistance is his Heisman Trophy.
How much was that listed for? Refer to department.
Okay, so that was like the big piece. But, and then I think the trophy had disappeared at one point. There's a story about it, and they found it. There's that. And then OJ coloring book from Hertz Rent-A-Car. He was the spokesperson for Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Wow.
So there's like a maze where he has to run through the airport. And, fun stuff.
Funny that he went on the run, and he was known for running all his life.
Yeah. When OJ connect the dots. Any kid would want to play with this. What I have always found striking about the football era merchandise is that OJ is portrayed not in the same way as this like inherently violent killer, right, but it is this thing of this like this character. Oh, it's OJ, whatever. Like he's very, even when he was idolized, it's very dehumanized.
Right.
Is just someone who the expectations of others are put upon.
Right.
He's always been someone who is sort of a barometer of the zeitgeist.
Right.
This, I bought a shirt and it came with it. This is some Judge Ito like fan art caricature thing. Just gonna This table is gonna get packed with stuff by the end of this. Okay, another envelope. Oh, this was a piece somebody made for the OJ Museum that he was gifted to me. So this is a pog mat. I don't know if you know. So he made new OJ pogs post post 90s. There's a slammer here. There's OJ him at his prank show Juiced.
Oh yes.
So like he got images of that. And Cuba Gooding as OJ.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the cover of the
John Travolta as Shapiro.
If I Did It book.
Yeah, this was a fun, and he had them displayed really well. Timothy Daniel Flynn is the artist. Yeah, a Simpson jersey listed on eBay. This was a very good. This was I think one of my favorite pieces in the museum. Okay, here's LP box. Okay, so some National Enquirers, you know, portraying Nicole as this sex-crazed
Nicole
bimbo.
and her lovers.
Here's a Skeptic magazine from the 70s. OJ for president, you know, that's very ironic because OJ is on the level of these people we hold, you know, the national standards like a president. And it says, is America's sports crazy? Well, you know.
Well, hey, if he didn't die, he could have become president possibly.
He was actually at one point thinking of running for state senator of California. Okay, this is our People magazine.
Yes, I remember that.
Early in the thing when it was like, oh, maybe he didn't do it. OJ had this, poor OJ, he had this tragedy.
Right, I remember when this came out. I think I even had a copy of this.
Okay, and then two more records. This I think is a hip hop single. Only side one is OJ related, but it's a song called OJ Didn't Do It. And then this is just like a spoken word record from the 70s of USC's like greatest sports plays, but OJ is there on the cover.
Of course.
32, so I got that. Okay, and we're getting a lot of some media here. This is a DVD box set of the show, still sealed. First and 10, it was on HBO, I think. OJ's in it. It's like a workplace comedy, I think. I've never actually seen it. All 80 episodes, though.
First, I've never even heard of this. All 80 episodes. Who else was? Is that Delta Burke?
It was on for 6 seasons.
Wow.
I don't think he was like the star, and I gotta revisit.
40 hours.
Okay, a VHS tape of OJ's workout video.
All right, what we're going to start with is what we call easy impact. It's athletic, it's physical, and there's no dancing.
That he shot a few days before, sometime before the murder. In it, he has some weird lines where he's like, there's like one exercise where he's going like this, and he's like, fellas, you know when women are talking, you know, you kind of do that. Yeah, there's like a kind of like some references to domestic violence in it. Christian Reichardt, Faye Resnick's boyfriend, is like a consultant on it or something. He's listed in the credits.
Have you ever worked out to this?
No, I haven't, but it's not a good workout.
I think I've seen some of it on YouTube.
Yeah. The Naked Gun, OJ's probably his best role as an actor.
I love you too, Nordberg. Who were they?
Ship, boat.
That's right, Nordberg, a boat. Now, when you're better, we'll go sailing together on a boat. We'll take a cruise just like last year.
Drugs.
Hey, nurse. Quick, give this man some drugs. Quick, catch you season pain.
No.
Give him a shot, quickly.
No. Heroin. Heroin, Frank.
Nordberg, that's a pretty tall order. You're gonna have to give me a couple of days on that one.
Oh, this is good. This is White Rabbits Can't Jump. What? This is a picture book taken from a TV episode of Adventures in Wonderland. There's a TV show, and OJ was a guest star.
OJ went to Wonderland?
Yeah. And I forget the premise of it. The White Rabbit watched from the woods while the Mad Hatter, the March Hare, Alice, Tweedledee, and Tweedledum gathered for the Queen's awards banquet. Who wants a stupid old leap year games trophy anyway, he said. Especially second place, leap year games trophy. I always liked getting trophies, OJ remembered, even for second place.
He didn't like getting second place.
No, he didn't. Okay, so yeah, White Rabbits Can't Jump.
This is pretty cool. How weird.
A zine somebody made, The Adventures of Young O.J. Simpson.
Gotta love
like
the
he was
zines.
born in a
football.
He was born in an orange, and then he was on a planet with footballs, and yeah, I don't know. You gotta admire people's creativity. Capricorn 1.
Oh, I kept seeing stuff about this weekend.
It was one of his first acting roles. I think while he was still playing.
Oh, Jesus. It's really bad, though, right? Capricorn 1.
Yeah, it's not great, but for your consideration.
Oh, I have one of these.
DVD of the People vs. OJ Simpson series.
I have it book size one.
Yeah, that would be right here.
Oh, great. Yes,
the
I have that.
book-sized one.
Yeah.
And what is crazy about this is, oh, there's more stuff in here. There is a. They always do these with these before your consideration things, but there's everybody the part they played, whatever. But then the last page is a timeline of real events from the trial. It's like, this has nothing to do with your show, but like a lot of people I know from doing the tour, this is the official record for them of what happened.
Right, for sure.
Is this Ryan Murphy TV show.
Right.
The famous OJ joke book. I used to end the tour with doing an OJ joke. They're really bad. I'll read one. Okay, and let me just say, by the way, when people try to get those gotcha questions on me, like, you're obsessed with a murderer? You're glorifying a murderer? I didn't write these jokes. I didn't make this book. I just found this stuff and I'm presenting it to the public. These are historical objects, Right. Artifacts are the only way you really know that the past happened. So there could be like a story, a first-hand account, but somebody could have made that up. You see this, and it's the official sick joke book. Here, we'll just read one. What was the main reason OJ attended USC instead of UCLA? Because he'd have one less letter to remember. Yeah. So. And then there's whatever. Yeah, you get into it.
The official sick OJ joke book.
Okay, here's like a picture book. Like they have these at like libraries.
Right.
This is like a young adult, which you might. Oh my God! For kids, this is a major historical event.
Right.
So
whether or
to
not
have it, summarized in a way that's digestible.
Right.
For someone who maybe doesn't. The nuances of race in America would be a little bit too much to explain. It's just sort of an accounting of what happened. Paperback issue. So everyone knows hard copy is the first edition. Second printing they'll do in paperback. Murder in Brentwood, Mark Furman, The Racist Cop. This is his book. One of the better OJ books.
I don't think I've read this one yet.
It's compelling. OJ shot glass, cheaply made. Just paste it on here. Such a cash in. Okay, we're getting more books here. There's over 50 OJ books. I don't have all of them. But this is American Tragedy. When I bought it, somebody had earmarked different things to remember. I'll see if I can find one of it.
I wish we had asked, what's his name, at the faux bookstore if we could have kept that fake copy of Outrage.
By Puglisi?
Yeah, remember? You pulled it out?
Yeah, that was the best. Relevance of the detective tapes. So there's stuff about Furman. I don't do this to books, so I know that this wasn't my markings. American Tragedy. We got Legacy of Deception, Investigation of Mark Furman. This is another just tawdry, pulpy kind of not pulp, but paperback. Christopher Darden's book.
In Contempt.
Oh, this one I actually wanted to revisit. The one about Ron.
I remember
just for some facts about Ron. This is written by his family.
His name is Ron. That's right.
Let us not forget the Goldmans, and maybe rightly so. Their relative was murdered, but have also contributed a lot to the OJ craze, to the to keeping the story alive. The run of his life, Jeffrey Toobin, who masturbated on a Zoom call, a work Zoom call. Not to the Zoom call, you should specify. They had a break in work and he thought...
And he needed some relief.
He'd whip it out. OJ,
they rehired him, by the way.
They did?
Yeah.
Disgusting. OJ was very happy when this happened. He posted a Twitter video.
Really?
And when he was like, oh, damn, Jeffrey Toobin, I guess Pee Wee Herman was busy that day. Something about Pee Wee and...
Gotta love those 90 jokes.
Problem of evidence, Joseph Bosco, how the prosecution freed OJ Simpson. So, yeah, it was about how the defense case was poor. Marcia Clark's book.
I remember this cover.
There's some great photos in it here. She was a Scientologist that's in this book.
Is she still a Scientologist?
No, but she took some classes. Her wedding was a Scientology wedding. So that's often forgotten. And then, yeah, this photo of her office, she has a giant photo of Jim Morrison in the office. Which it's like, if you're meeting with the prosecutor of someone who murdered a family member of yours, and the Lizard King is like behind it.
It's also like taped up with like that gray kind of, what do you call it, tape?
Yeah, it's very, I don't know, I guess it just speaks to, because Jim Morrison is also this kind of mythic pop culture figure who is so much more than an individual at this point. And so it does kind of show the mindset of all the people involved with this. A hard copy of Murder One.
And these are all real books.
Triumph of Justice, the final... Petrocelli, he was the civil trial attorney for the Goldmans. Johnny Cochran's book. Outrage, the one that Bugliosi wrote.
Yes.
He wasn't even involved with this trial. This one makes me really mad, because he's like, I give my opinion, put the spine out. Shapiro's book. I don't have Cato's book. I never got it.
I'm sure you can find it relatively cheap.
Yeah. Shapiro's book here. One of the best ones. I Want to Tell You. OJ's book he wrote to raise money for his defense, where it's like letters to him from
about
fans.
How great he is.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring my copy, but I figured you had your copy.
Yeah. No, this is a good one. I thought I had some sort of. In the script. Some of them were like numbered, I think, individually numbered or autographed. This one is not. Dear OJ, in my personal opinion, the prosecuting attorney, Marcia Clark, will do everything in her power to have you found guilty because you are a black man. I believe the prosecutors will go to any length to find people who will back them. Of course, I know the prosecutors must go to any length to win this case because they have lost so many high-profile cases, such as the Menendez trial and the Rodney King beating. You are in my thoughts and prayers. Sincerely, Mary L. David, Maplewood, Minnesota.
I like that he included this letter. Dear OJ, you are the most handsomest black man I have ever seen. That's it. That's the letter.
That's the...
From Gay, Houston, Texas. Gay, if you're watching.
That is also like, such a weird, like, nagging compliment. Yeah. This trial does bring up a very valid point about racial anxiety in this country.
For sure.
And people not wanting to be perceived as racist,
sure.
but then saying stuff like that. Like, that is such a weird, like, and who cares if someone's handsome or not? Like, everyone's got something going on, you know what I mean? A couple more things in this box. Some OJ pins. These are from the 90s. Somebody gave these to me. One says guilty with the mugshot. The other one says free the juice.
Free the juice.
So both sides of the argument there.
Great.
And lastly, for box one, this is a rough one. A OJ Simpson commemorative pocket knife. As you know, the murder weapon was a knife, a bigger knife than this. And I guess on its own, a pocket knife is not such an odd souvenir. People collect knives and have them. But it actually commemorates the car chase, not the murders. It said OJ's last run, June 17th, 1994, from fame to shame. And it's got a caricature of OJ and a drawing of a 1994 Ford Bronco. 93 Ford Broncos ACs. Let's get a sip of coffee here.
Sponsored by Starbucks. Okay, we're opening Adam's box 2 here at our Hollywood office.
Okay, let's see. And I forget what's all in here. Oh, here's some leather gloves. These, I think, were just props for the museum for an exhibit.
You sure they weren't the actual gloves?
Yeah, I'm fairly sure. Now this is one of my first OJ things I got. This is a free OJ t-shirt from the 90s. Graphic is great. Somebody gave this to me, actually. I think they paid like $40 for it. At one point, I don't know what they're at now, but these vintage OJ shirts got up to like $200, $300, $400. And this with the wear and stuff, it's really good. I used to wear this on the shirt, and then people thought I thought OJ was innocent. And early on, before I had the Bronco or anything, Lena Dunham, and this is when she was at the height of her powers, took the tour with like a Max Winkler and Jack Antonoff and like a bunch of other like Nepo Baby, like that generation of celebrities. And they had a great time, and she posted a photo of it. And she had made her own, maybe they're in here somewhere, her own OJ shirts, and she gave me one. It's like a birthday thing. But then I went on to have other even weirder OJ celebrity experiences, but that was an early one.
Wow, Lena Dunham.
And she posted a photo of it. It was like, Adam was great tour. And then people was like, how could you go on a tour of a murderer? And they took it down or whatever.
Oh, God.
Yeah, any shot for that exposure went out. But anyway, yeah, this, don't squeeze the juice. The classic.
That's great.
Classic saying. So I have, I don't know, maybe 15 or so OJ shirts, but when we did the museum, there was a collector named Martin Hugo who had about 250 OJ shirts that he had gotten like a long time ago. He just lowball, like, hey, I'll give you $10. Like, he had been collecting them over the years. He was in the vintage clothing, like, fashion world. So a lot of shirts were him. So we had a whole wall at the museum. Oh, I bought this here on Hollywood Boulevard. This is interesting. This is a prop from the People vs. OJ Simpson show of a Cuba Gooding Jr. free OJ t-shirt. Oh, and I don't have it here. My favorite t-shirt that we had in the exhibit, it was a picture of OJ just in like a hoodie, like hanging out, and it said, guilty or not, he's still my hero. But let me just say here, if you are a collector of artifacts, this is not a good way to store them and preserve them. I just threw them in my thing.
Yeah, so no comments about how to preserve artifacts.
Well, comments are good, I think, for the view. So if you want to comment.
Yeah, leave comments.
Okay, here. 2 CDs. Harry Shearer from Spinal Tap, The Simpsons. I think he still has a radio show on KCRW.
Okay.
And he does like sketches and stuff. So he did a lot of OJ sketches. These are cool though. So these comedy sketches have value because they're coming out in a very timely manner as things are happening. So little details that get lost in the legend of it
are rediscovered on these.
What was the one?
Yeah, do you remember? Are some of them funny?
No. Comedy just in general doesn't age very well. And especially back then, there's little racial comments about Judge Ito being, eating rice and shit like that. So, excuse my language. It just doesn't sit well in the modern era. Also, this is all comedy about a murder trial. Oh, he's so guilty. He's so guilty. And also, too, a lot of this OJ, a lot of the story does, and again, he did it. Like, let's just be clear about that. He definitely did it. This is like an abuser, powerful guy. But a lot of how this story is told in the media and in popular imagination does play into this stereotype that black men are inherently violent and savage. And so, you thought he was like one of the good ones, but he's got the knife. OJ's got the knife. So there's, that kind of
overtone too.
Undertone, I would say, flowing through all of these OJ jokes about how he's got the knife, he's gonna stab and stuff. Like, that is really what the joke is that, told you what those people do, and you get it. Okay, so, like anything that becomes popular, there are bootlegs from Indonesia produced. So this is a bootleg, really poor bootleg, of a 90s shirt. Because we had the original in the museum. We put them next to each other, and then it's got like a thing with the timeline. Wow. These shirts are so bizarre from... Like this isn't a Grateful Dead concert. This is a murder trial, and there are just so many being produced. This is the woman I had the picture of. Elf. Hello, my name is Killer. So she had these packaged in like a gallon-size freezer bag with the pins. You could write in your own name for it. She was like an artist. Nice lady. Went over to her apartment to pick up the shirts. She lived at the Horace Height. Do you know those in the valley? Horace Height was a band leader, and so there's this apartment complex that's like a Palm Springs style. There's tennis courts, and it's tiki themed. It's really cool.
That sounds lovely.
But she lived there, so that was the first time I got to go there. This was like I think we sold these at the museum. Okay, I'm not totally innocent in this, but
these are cool. LAPD evidence. That's great.
This was recreated, though, from an item that I saw Sold in the 90s, though. I didn't come. Johnny Cochran rubber stamp. Who wouldn't need something like that? OJ Simpson mugshot rubber stamp.
It doesn't even look like him.
Oh, these are good. These are good. 3 different OJ Simpson watches. So the thing that they all have in common is going around the face for this. The second hand is a cop car chasing a Bronco or just chasing another car. So yeah, 3 different OJ watches. This white one is genuine leather strap, and it's got police chase.
You don't ever want to pull these out and wear one?
I don't want to look crazy. Well, I guess I'm not helping my case here. No, these are historic artifacts, like I said. The clothes for the OJ doll, we'll get into that later.
I wonder if these are all by the same person, because if not...
No, they're not. Somebody sees one being successful and they knock it off.
Oh, you can even bend this one!
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
These were not cheap.
I'm so sorry.
The watches were not cheap.
Oh no.
OJ Simpson trading cards, trial trading cards. This is good. This is CNN's best of
I remember
tape.
these.
And in this, so I didn't find this out till I watched this tape. It's in here though. After OJ famously tried on the glove and it didn't fit. The next week he tried on a brand new pair of the gloves and they fit perfectly. That part is never remembered or told in the thing. But yeah, kind of crazy.
I had one of these CNN tapes about the 2000 election.
Yeah, CNN, great. Been out a long time. Oh, an OJ Slammer. You can't really see it, but another Pog thing right there.
I forgot how popular Pogs were in the 90s.
This is one of my favorite shirts that I got. It just says OJ Simpson trial verdict. Like, yeah, I love that verdict, man.
They're like, let's just print these up.
I told you so.
Either way.
The verdict. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
That's true, they were evergreen.
Told you so.
Did you hear about that verdict?
Told you so.
Another weird contemporary bootleg. An all-over print on polyester.
I hate shirts like this.
Yeah, I know. They're just just cash in.
That's awful.
That shirt here. This one's very good. The official Mezzaluna cookbook. Came out in 95 to capitalize on the trial. It doesn't mention the OJ trial, it just mentions having a location in Brentwood, but they do have the recipe for the rigatoni meal that Nicole ate as her last meal.
Oh, let's find it.
A typical Sicilian rigatoni con mezzaline e ricotta salata. A typical Sicilian dish also found in other southern Italian regions. This is known in Catania as pasta alla norma, in honor of the opera's famous composer Vincenzo Bellini. He counted it among his favorite pasta fare. The eggplant, native to India and China, was most likely introduced to Italy by the Arabs who dominated Sicily in 1200.
And that's what she ate the night she...
Yes, it was in the autopsy, and there was some debate about that. What do we got here? Some papers and stuff. Okay. Okay, you know what this is? After I did the museum, this woman hit me up, and she was like, hey, my friend and I were really into the OJ trial. She's passed. She left me all of her OJ stuff. Do you want it? So she just had a ton of newspaper clippings, but they went on the OJ cruise. So you've heard of the OJ tour. There was an OJ cruise, a 3-day cruise to Mexico, where they had a mock trial, they had an artifact exhibit, they had experts come. She kept everything from it. So this is actually really good. Here's the program.
And it was September 11th, 1995.
So this is right before the verdict. This is right before the thing, really the peak. She has her notes on here. But yeah, Morning with Martyr. Alan Park, the limo driver, is there on the thing. People are going to play the OJ board game, which I have.
And the location is the Reflections Disco.
It's trial memorabilia boutique. There's experts, give an overview of it. Ethical issues of the trial. Oh yeah, you got remember ethics with all of this when you're on your OJ.
It has notes.
follow that thread. OJ comic book.
I've seen that a lot.
So one side is Nicole's story, the other side is OJ's story. Just newspapers and people have given me that they kept.
Simpson free.
From which USA Today?
USA Today.
A Cracked magazine, competitor to Mad, but
Yeah, I remember Cracked.
Coverage, more tabloids. In Pursuit of Justice. Yeah, another kind of like picture book summation of the trial.
Oh, let me see this one. Oh, yes, I just found this one at, I think, one of those used bookstores in the Valley.
Wow, okay, this is pretty wild. This is a card from 1994, a greeting card that said, I did it. And then you open it up. Now that I have your attention, happy birthday. Barty, happy birthday. I know you'll always remember this birthday because it's the year of the OJ tour and Cirque du Soleil. Love, Jude. November 1994.
So those two things go hand in hand.
A parody of the National Enquirer called the National OJ. This was put out by Cracked or Mad. Just typical Mad magazine fare. This is weird. This is OJ, like an early Photoshop. OJ as the Terminator. This was in the stuff from that lady.
Wow.
This is a photo of the greeting card on a table.
So strange. So strange.
Interesting to see the other stuff in the tabloids at the time. Liz Taylor, staple of the tabloids.
Yeah, it kind of gives you a good idea of what was going on.
Yeah, there's so many National Enquirers, Star Magazine. This is, I think, this is from the cruise. It's like a work activity book. On average, how often did you talk with other friends about the case? 5 to 10 times a day. Yes, this would be. I got to go through this. And then there's a list of where are all the places you watched the OJ trial. And this lady, she watched it mostly on KTLA Channel 5. They have the heartbeat of Southern California.
Really do. I like how this woman lives on through her carnival receipts.
Okay, this is You Be the Juror. So this is not a choose your own adventure book, but they present the evidence to you and you decide, what you think about it. OJ trial buff set sail on Miss Holiday, Los Angeles. The excitement is building for the OJ trial of the century cruise to depart the port of Los Angeles at 5 p.m. Friday, September 8th. Avid followers of the OJ trial of the century from as far away as Florida and New Jersey will be gathering to spend 3 nights and 2 days aboard Carnival Cruise Line's newly refurbished ship. The cruisers will have I already told you about this, but...
Was it a cruise ship just...
No.
They were
great conference rooms and
Okay.
Vanity Fair.
I mean, I can only imagine the people who were there for the OJ portion of the cruise when they were meeting other people who were just there on vacation. They're like, "Why are you here?" I'm on an OJ cruise.
Yes. Oh, OJ's legal pad. This is a funny book about, because OJ always his little legal pad. He was writing stuff to his attorneys and stuff. It's like, what was OJ writing in there? And it's like doodles and jokes and stuff.
I wonder if somebody has that legal pad.
Yeah. That would
make prison exercise video.
Cruise line.
How long did it take you to amass this collection?
This is still stuff from that lady.
Still stuff from that lady.
Most of this box is stuff from that lady. So, but not long. I just went on eBay. Oh my God. Okay. So, this is her in the OJ Halloween mask.
Oh my God.
And so she dressed up like OJ and would jump out with a knife and stuff to scare her friends.
Is that girl supposed to be Nicole?
I guess, yeah, it's just a blonde woman. It says, Betty, for the life of me, in OJ mask, play acting with Brian's temporary secretary, Nicole. Temporary secretary, Paul McCartney reference. Yeah, there's a lot going on with
I wonder how this woman died.
friendship. Yeah. She has a copy of OJ's legal pad, too, the book. So I guess I have 2 of those. Oh my God, this lady wrote a song called Blood on the Bronco. There's a parody of Blood on the Saddle. The cassette tape was in there. Is in here somewhere. See?
I see something crazy in there.
What?
No, in the box under you.
We'll get there. Several crazy things. Okay. Here is one of the OJ board games.
Wow.
I have 3 of them. I think there were 4 that were produced. This one is a trivia game. I actually played it with my friend Ryan from Culture Dumps. He's a go check it out. Good podcast. Total Ghoul. We played it, and we would like. It was so weird because we'd like you'd get one right, and be like, "How many children did OJ have?" Be like, 4? Wrong. He had a daughter who drowned as an infant at Rockingham. Oh, and then we'd be like, oh, that's a weird thing to like ooh and ah. And then we also all know that here. Just make some room, and we'll be able to show everything. Yeah, another of the board games, Trial of the Century. I think this is just general true crime stuff. Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. You don't need to open all the pieces. And they're very crude board games too.
Very crude.
This is just, I think, a general true crime, but OJ's on in the box. All right, The Private Diary of a Juror. This is one of the books a juror on the trial wrote. Dominic Dunn, Another City Not My Own. So he was he had a permanent seat in the trial. Famous for Vanity Fair.
And famous for covering his daughter's murder for Vanity Fair.
These are the name tags for the cruise, the OJ cruise. Here are these are the demo tapes of Blood on the Bronco, the parody song that this woman had made, and this is like pre-GarageBand, so it's like a little effort had to go into to recording and getting your own tape made. Okay, here's a shirt that is autographed. Oh, by the artist. Who cares? It's a Judge Ito t-shirt. There's a lot of OJ shirts, but Ito is like, I feel like he represents the people, like us. He's like, what's gonna happen? Like, he's captivated all too. He collected hourglasses, so you can see them on the shirt here. The audio book of I Want to Tell You on cassette.
Is he reading it?
Part of it, and then he got too busy with the trial or something, and the rest of it is read by an OJ impersonator. So, yeah.
Michelle Williams? She did the Britney book.
Oh, okay. Some VHS tape here. Okay, another contemporary OJ thing. This is an IPA called The Juice is Real. It's like an OJ-themed beer. It was like $27 for a 4-pack. It's like a rare beer. There are other people buying it because it was like they're into beer. Unopened, which this is going to break one day and ruin all this stuff.
Yeah.
So,
maybe put this in a plastic bag at some point.
Yeah, we'll do something with that. So leave that out. Okay, and then my absolute favorite piece that I got, that I had always been looking for, never even found one on eBay, but this lovely woman here, who was such a big fan of the trial, had, all right, OJ verdict comes out October 3rd, 1995. What holiday falls in October?
Halloween.
Yes, not Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day, but Halloween. And OJ was a very popular Halloween costume that year. I remember a news story as a kid being on of like the news was covering it, and the costume was an OJ mask, a knife, and a Broncos jersey. So yeah, this is a rubber OJ Simpson mask. This I also got it.
That is
a little better.
Scary.
But yeah.
We're back for unboxing of box number 3 of Adam's OJ memorabilia.
Okay, last box, less stuff in here, I hope. Okay, yeah, another OJ board game. So this is number 3, I think I have. This one, I think it's just trivia. This one, it was sealed and I opened it because I wanted to see what the gameplay was.
Monopoly theme.
It's Monopoly, yeah.
Okay.
All right. There's that. Another OJ board game, Trial of the Century.
I mean, how many board games?
Squeeze the juice. The game where you play as the lawyer trying to get money from OJ.
Wow.
Great box art, too, on that one.
Great. It looks like he's wearing makeup, too.
This is, OJ Simpson trial novelty toilet paper.
Got
unused, still in the box. Another shirt made by that lady Elf. Hello, my name is OJ. Had a bunch of these at one point. Here, we'll put this shirts go over here. This is the shirt that Lena Dunham made when she took the OJ tour. What does it say? Squeeze the juice? The juice is loose.
In Hooters font.
Yeah. And American print on American Apparel. Also problematic.
Yeah. It's funny that she made t-shirts.
And
they weren't anything that crazy. Like, I thought it was going to be something she kind of came up with.
No.
But it's just, the juice is loose.
Yeah. Well, you spend all the time writing all those award-winning shows. Yeah, show over. One of my favorite artifacts. ABC News, State versus OJ Simpson hat.
That's a great hat.
I think this is fake because why would a news channel make this? You know, this seems like out of important, unobjective, but it's just a great artifact. Oh my god. Okay, maybe I am crazy. I went to the Pasadena Playhouse a couple years ago. Judge Ito and his wife were there. The wife who disciplined Furman and he should have recused himself. Yeah. And she left her sweater behind in her seat. So I just so
that's Judge Lance Ito's
wife.
Dead wife.
The show Cagney and Lacey is based on her.
Right.
Yeah.
She died, right? Yeah.
Ito's wife?
I think so.
Okay, that's another layer of the onion peels off. These were shirts we made for the museum based on a shirt that existed.
The orange and the gel cell.
Yeah. You know. It's orange juice. Contemporary. I found this at a thrift store after he got paroled. In Stamford, Connecticut, actually, when I was going to a taping of the Jerry Springer Show.
That's where they filmed Jerry Springer?
Stamford, yeah. It was one studio. They filmed Steve Wilkos, Maury, and Jerry Springer. One on one day, one the other day, whatever. Wow. And they would just, the sets would be like a triangle shape, and they would just flip around to the show. But same setup, same crew on every show.
And that studio is still being washed today.
What's this? Oh, this is the artist who made the shirts. She also made...
Oh my god, but look at this
OJ
one.
art.
This is OJ's sister? Who's this, do you think? Or the...
Oh yeah, his mom?
And that's... She has champagne bottles at Nicole's grave.
Yeah, and there's some other art she made. It's kind of pretty cool, actually. It's not the best art, but... oh yeah, so these are just...
Her art pieces?
Yeah. Not trial-related specifically. What you want to do with that? We're almost done. We're almost done. Another for your consideration, People vs. OJ.
I thought this was a 7-inch.
Yeah. Okay, this is a remainder of a mag. Before I did the OJ tour officially, when it was just sort of like something I did for fun, my friend Sean had access to a magnet printing thing. So we had these like car magnets, and then it weathered. Like after we stuck them on like a washing machine, so they weathered and stuff like that.
I like how that's your tagline. I didn't beat her. I just pushed her out of bed.
That was Sean's. He was like, he typed in an OJ Simpson quote, and that's what came up. Yeah. Driver's license, like a fake thing of the driver's license. This when I was at Ron's grave one time. This little card written by Kim, his sister.
Oh wow.
That was just sort of flapping there next to it.
Ron, my heart still.
She's upset about it still.
You. I miss you so much.
Yeah.
Love Kim. That's crazy. That's.
The menu for Burrito Express in Pasadena. They have a burrito named after Judge Ito, the Ito burrito.
Only in LA, folks.
Souvenir blood sold on the OJ cruise ingredients. Mostly Nicole with Ron mixed in and OJ at the bottom of it all. Distributed by Los Angeles Coastal Counties Unit. This is so gross. I think these are orange peels. This is disgusting.
That is.
Put that in the back.
Mostly Nicole.
And, Dude.
Ah!
Part of this from that lady who the OJ mask, and this is her.
She was really quite.
I asked her. I was like, "Why would you do this?" And she was just like, "You know."
This is the one that died.
Her friend. They did it together. I don't know. I wish I had this lady's contact info.
I mean, a lot of people, I think, went a little wacko during the OJ trial.
Yeah, definitely. Apparently, and to this day, still. So that's the collection.
That's a great collection. I brought 2 pieces.
Okay, yeah, it's
So for my birthday last year, a good friend of mine got me OJ's autograph.
Oh, I have an autographed picture of OJ somewhere. I don't know where it is. It used to be hanging up in the office. I don't know where it went.
He signed a picture of his Bronco chase.
Class act.
Class act. And then my favorite piece that I have is I got this at, what was it? Dearly Departed Tours by Scott Michaels. And it's a piece of the caution tape from Nicole's Bundy condo. Let's see, let's put it. I don't think I've ever pulled it out.
How much of that he took?
No. No, I wonder how much he took and then cut it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
This little picture, I want to see. Picture of the tape. And then picture of Scott in front of the gate. Smiling, beaming.
LAPD tape from Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman crime scene, June 1994. Obtained in person by Dearly Departed Tour. So those are my 2 pieces. But I do have a couple things that you have. Like I have the OJ book, and I have some of the screeners of People versus OJ.
Well, so that's the collection there. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you yourself have some OJ artifacts, we'd love to see them because there's many, many more.
Or if you have any OJ stories, please leave them in the comments below. And thank you for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget you can check out my OJ documentary in a link below. The juice is loose.
Don't squeeze the juice.
Don't squeeze the juice.
Don't.
Just don't.
Look what happens when you do.
You know.